So we're kind of looking at a 12-month period. We haven't really moved much on Bitcoin. So if you're buy and holder, you haven't made any money. But as swing traders, we have, because we've been able to trade the trend downwards this year from January, Feb of this year to March, and then the move up from April onwards. So swing traders have probably done well. Buy and holders, maybe not so much. And maybe they've accumulated a little bit in April here and averaged a little bit lower. But overall, it's kind of been a 1-year period where we've seen a consolidation in reality. And you're seeing this with the lack of strength on the RSI as well. Okay. A lot of you probably don't use RSI. I use it. I use it alongside other tools, which I don't share with the public, and it's exclusive for paid members. But the RSI kind of gives you a bit of a picture of relative strength in reality. And you can compare it to other assets, and you can kind of give a stronger idea of, or a better idea of where the strength is lying. Now, in terms of where we are, bang on where we were December of last year. We haven't really moved much on Bitcoin. That's really poor performance so far. Now, maybe this is because of accumulation from institutions. Maybe, it's the distribution zone. The problem I have with this is we've already had big trends on Bitcoin, and we've had the trend from the lows of 2022, end of 2022, beginning of 2023. We've had 1 trend, 2 trend, 3 trend, and now we're on this 4th one, but it's looking very weak. So if you look at the weekly, the biggest trend was the middle one and the first one, the middle one, and the first 3 trends. The 4th one that we had now was decent because we had a bounce, but we're kind of failing here, and we're not showing strength. And this is very worrying for me. And I'm prepared for both scenarios. I'm prepared for a short, maybe to around, if we clear this 100 zone, we probably go to about 88, in my opinion. And then we have other zones around 60 something. So we could even go back to 73, which is a key zone here, So if we clear this, we go back to 73, and that would take us all the way down on the RSI, maybe build a new cycle. And this is the key with the RSI here, is we kind of like build new cycles once it breaks below. With the weekly, though, I will say, similar to the daily, there are different zones than the usual zones that traders use. Of course, traders will use these high, overbought and oversold levels, which I don't tend to use very much. When you're looking at where the buildup of trades, big moves have been, they've come from this area of 45 on the RSI, and that's very interesting, because it's every single time, or high probability that it's going to happen. As you can see here, in September 24, we've had it in September 23, we've had it in April 25, and now are we going to have a bit of a dump and then a build up from this level again, 44 RSI on the weekly? Slight differences with the daily. So it's about which side wins. Do the position traders win here, and long-term investors? Do bulls and bears win here? Bulls or bears win here? We have to really assess the situation. But for me, in reality, it's 113 gets cleared, we go bullish and we take on that risk. That's what I'm probably going to be doing. If 113 gets cleared and then we have 118 as the resistance, I might be looking to sell there, because I think this might fail. And I might be taking basically a break-even trade. But if the 118 gets cleared, then we are in free. We're basically going to new all-time highs, in my opinion. We go to 150, and then we're really going into a hyper cycle, in my opinion, to these higher levels, because we have to create a trend similar to this, which is about 30%. So if we go, from, let's say, the lows here, we typically see a trend of around 100 to 50% on the weekly. Okay. So we go back to this level here, we go another 70%. And if we can get a 50% move here from the low, we go to 150, 160. Okay. Now, if we get one of the bigger moves, similar to the September 2023 October 2023 move, we could go 100% and go to 200K. Okay, these are weekly trends I'm discussing here. These are not daily trends.